No, Rebecca's voice didn't change. It's Peter Santo here, bringing you exciting highlights in this all-new episode of Raider Sports Block. So let's get to it. After being on the road for the last 3 games, Raider baseball will be back at Sprague for a Bay State Conference matchup with the 3-3 Milton Wildcats. Standing in at 4-3, Wellesley would be looking for more in this tight Herget Division battle, but they would first have to face a tough lefty in pitcher Jake Walker. Fast forward to the top of the third in the scoreless tie, the Wildcats have 2 on until Colin Rooney steps up and drives it to deep center for the RBI double, and Milton leads 1-0. Henry Weicker would then get out of the jam by striking out Brandon Musto, and the Wildcats strand a pair, but still hold a 1-run advantage. To the bottom of the third we go, and Wellesley strikes back. With Jason Maiona on second, Jack Weisel ropes it deep and drives in Maiona for the game-tying RBI double, and we're tied up at 1-1. The top of the fourth would be a huge inning for Milton as they retake the lead once again. With runners on second and third, Scott Cummings at the plate, he goes opposite field as the ball bloops in for a hit, and 2 more Wildcats come across as the throw to him is dropped, and Anthony Goncalves is safe. It's 3-1 Milton, and unfortunately, Henry Weicker's day is done. Charlie Hitch would take over in relief, but would struggle to get that one last out in the 4th inning, and 2 more runs would score before the Raiders can get out of this long inning, now down 5-1. But, leading off the 4th, Jackson Posnick gets a run right back with 1 swing of the bat, as Posnick gets all of this Jake Walker pitch, and that ball ain't coming back. Wellesley needed that run for sure, still down 5-2. The Raiders would strike for another run here, as well as Colin Blasco's grounder gets by the infield, and Isaac Weicker scores on that error, and it's 5-3 Milton. So we fast forward to the top of the 7th. Max Guifrey on the mound for the Raiders, and he quickly retires the first 2 batters. But after a Wildcats hit, a runner's on second, and Jack Andrusino drives in a clutch RBI double to left for a key insurance run. The Raiders do catch the Wildcats in a rundown that helps Wellesley get out of this jam, allowing only the 1 run. So now we head to the bottom of the 7th. 3 more outs for the Raiders, now down by 3 runs, 6-3. So looking to start a rally, Raiders get some help as Milton's defense gets sloppy. And suddenly Wellesley has runners on second and third and 1 out. As Walker looks to pitch a complete game here on the mound, Colin Rooney doesn't help out his pitcher's cause, allowing a pass ball, giving the Raiders their 4th run of the game, as it's now 6-4 Wildcats. But Walker quickly makes up for that as he strikes out Max Guifrey and Brendan Dolan to not only end the inning but also end the game. Wellesley loses a tough one here, as a fantastic solo shot by Jackson Posnick would definitely have been an exciting highlight in this divisional game. But in the end, a solid 7 innings pitched by Jake Walker would just be too much to overcome, and Wellesley loses a close one. Final here, Milton 6, Wellesley 4. A Bay State Conference battle would be reignited once again here on Friday, as boys lacrosse, winners of their last 2, would face off in an extremely tight defensive matchup with the Brookline Warriors. Off a great score by Grant Krasikis in the opening quarter, the Raiders hold a 1-goal advantage heading into the second. But as the second quarter opens up, the Warriors quickly erase their 0 on the scoreboard, as Jesse Leung takes the hit and still finds the net to tie it up at 1-1. But off the ensuing face-off, that tie would quickly be erased as Grant Krasikis rears back with the shot, gets denied, but Scott Westerman buries the putback past goalie Jake Clifford, and the Raiders are back on top, 2-1. Later, we'd all get to see a special play here as Teddy Darcy will take the ball past midfield and with complete determination, buries it into the back of the net. Darcy is fired up, his teammates are fired up. What a goal, as that's a score you rarely ever see in high school lacrosse. But here in Wellesley, it's a goalie number 1 kind of thing. Great goal, and we have a Raiders 3-1 lead here as we head into halftime. In the third quarter, Jesse Leung would cut it to a 4-3 Warriors deficit on this score here, but the Raiders remain on the attack as Scott Westerman, what a move, fakes it, buries it, and just like that, Wellesley leads 5-3. Back and forth we go as we fast forward to the 4th quarter, and Jesse Leung makes it count here with the Hattie, and we are all tied up even at 4 apiece. But, with 3 minutes left in regulation, TJ Maley goes on the fast break, feeds it to Carter Huff, and Huff's quick stick goal goes for a huge go-ahead score, 5-4 Wellesley. With Wellesley trying to hold on to this tight 1-goal advantage, Brookline has under a minute left to counterattack, and somehow, someway, Nick Gersten, falling down, buries a clutch equalizer. It's a 5-5 game, we are headed to overtime. What a game. Sudden death, 4 minutes. Whoever scores first will walk away with the victory. Off a Nick Gersten pass, Andrew Gilbert would bury the game winner right here, as Brookline would come from behind, tie it up, force overtime, and hand the Raiders a crushing loss. Despite the result, what a solid game and score by goalie Teddy Darcy. And you can't say enough about the Raiders' toughness all game, attacking the net and finding the clutch scores in this defensive fight. It's a tough loss to take, as the Warriors would outlast the Raiders here by the final in OT, 6-5. So that wraps up another episode of Raider Sports Block. Thanks for watching. Stay here with Wellesley Media as we keep you covered with all Raider sports. If you missed any games or highlights, check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube and Facebook pages at Wellesley Public Media, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.